So, something like this lasts me, 4 years, 5 years. I'm
You got your
happy.
money worth,
Yeah,
especially
you
as much
gotcha.
as you
Yeah,
use it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Have you adapted to the life hack of wearing your old watch overnight?
No, no. Mainly because the battery was so low, it barely made it
You
overnight.
wouldn't even
So
make
I just wiped
overnight?
it out.
Wow.
It was starting to run out of juice overnight. So yeah, it was having issues. So no, I'm just wearing the one. I'm just wearing the one. I didn't want to also have two watches and then have issues with it connecting up. And yeah, I know you do that.
I
You
do
have the
that.
two watches.
I do that. Sometimes I'll
But
wear them at
yeah.
the same time. Just to see what happens, or if I want to double my rings.
Wow.
No, it's usually just like, oh, I need to remember to take the second watch and take it back to the bedroom to put it on. So I'll put it on my wrist so I don't set it down somewhere and forget about it. So,
Which happens.
but it also like it doesn't, and it is actually, it is really nice because it does kind of auto switch which one's active and everything like that. The only annoying thing is at the end of the night when I switch to the other one, it's catching up everything, including the fitness and da 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 da. So I just put it on do not disturb for the first hour because it's going to catch up all of. Yep, it just goes boom, 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 and you're just like, oh, this is the award I won. I got this morning
Yay.
from doing my hit workout or something like that, right? So, which actually reminds me, I'm gonna turn that into a segue, Dave, because I'm gonna change my awesome thing of the week. Because what do we do at New Year's? We try to reestablish things in our lives, right?
Yeah.
And I even found one from last week. It was like, I'm bringing the intensity up in my workouts, and I think I was just like adding time or something like that, or trying to do more runs or something. So this year I actually poked into, and this is a new, I think it's a new update with the latest iOSs and everything. But you can now do plans in Apple Fitness. So I went in there and let me see if I can pull up on one of these things how you do this. So you're able to go in there and you can say like, how much time a day do you want, which workouts do you want, which trainers do you want, and it gives you kind of a mix. So for me, I ended up doing a mix of I got the mindful cool downs in here. I have the let me get this up here. I have the treadmill, of course, and then I've been liking doing kickboxing and HIIT, and you can see like here these are the suggested things. It was giving me like 30 minutes of HIIT or 30 minutes of treadmill. It gives me 20 minutes of HIIT or core for the most part, and then I have my mindful cool down. And then if you don't like it, like I have a certain mindful cool down trainer that I like to use. Like it will let me swap these the day of the thing. You'll see a little icon in the corner for a swap, and it'll give you 3 selections, or you can go through like some similar ones and kind of swap them out. Or if you're like, hey, like
I like Molly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a Jessica fan myself, so that Australian accent really soothes my mind. But there are some where it's like, I don't like this guy's. This guy's way too excited about the music tracks on here right now. So sometimes Jamie Ray, I'm sorry. Or if it's a country one and I'm not feeling it, you're not feeling the music. You don't want to do a pure dance treadmill with Sam here. You can swap it up. So
they use country music for.
Oh yeah, they got everything in here. You got your pure dance.
How can you do that?
You got some people. Hey, some people get real. Listen.
How does that?
Listen. Where I come from, people get really hyped.
I know
okay.
they do.
Really hyped.
Yeehaw.
But yeah, it's it's pretty cool. I got set up for 4 weeks. I'm trying it out. And there's some certain things I'm going to want to change because doing the core and doing the planks, my shoulders actually been giving me some problems here. I think I heard it packing some stuff like a month ago.
way.
So. And it's like I don't want to aggravate it, so it's really kind of nice. So if you're using the Apple Fitness, I highly recommend this, and it's nice because you're not sitting there because it's always like I never know what to do next. Right?
Is this subscription based? What is this?
Yeah, it's a subscription. I think last I knew, Apple Fitness was about $10 a month, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, $9.99.
$9.99. It's also part of the Apple One plan that Jason. Because I know you're an Android person.
No, I mean it makes sense. It's the same thing.
Yeah. So like in versus like we have iFit on the treadmill that we purchased a year ago.
Oh, look at that.
But it's $40 a month.
Oh,
so
come
to
on.
basically just use it on the treadmill. I mean, it has a lot of the other stuff, but you got to use your phone and get an app and everything. $40 a month. But they're interesting because those are like, I feel like it's like a Travel Channel thing because you're like, walking along the beach in Thailand or the wildebeest
So they just
in
put
the
too much.
Serengeti.
They just put too much into.
I think there's
they
too
need
much
to
into
tear it out.
but it's for the people that it's like against that palette, like versus like Apple is like everything's in the studio. It's a really nice studio in Santa Barbara, but everybody's in the studio. So I think the cost is a lot easier for them in comparison.
Yeah.
But it's really nice if you've never seen the Apple Fitness, like you see your rings, you see your stats on the screen as you go.
Oh, that's nice.
So if you have an Apple TV or if you just have an iPad, iPhone, or something like that, and I never got into it, but you can actually do like audio only fitness too. So if you're going for a walk with your Apple Watch and through the neighborhood or a park or something, like, hey, you should run, hey, this is help people mindful, smell the air around
you, and then
that kind of stuff.
Waking up and you just robbed a bank and you didn't realize it. Like, I don't
your distrust for Apple here is getting a little out of hand.
It had nothing to do with Apple. It just was pretty interesting that it just headphone only, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. You could just hypnotize people.
It's all part of that ecosystem. I got the AirPods, I got the watch, I got the phone, and it'll all work seamlessly together.
I would love to hypnotize people and do that. That would be great. I don't know.
You need to look into what is that thing where like supposedly in supermarkets on the Muzak they would have the suggestive
subliminal
messages underneath. So this is where we insert subscribe to our Patreon.
Yes,
subscribe to our
That's exactly.
Speaking of which, please, and thank you to everybody that does contribute to our Patreon page. Yeah, it's at patreon.com/awesomecast. I ran into Diggy last week.
Hey.
John DeGore, one of our Patreons. We hit up the Black Canary Cafe up there in Springdale, which also has Arkham. I think it's Arkham Comics in there. So like you go have a coffee, and literally in the next room are like video games and comic books and all kinds of fun stuff. So it's a lot of fun. So I got to hang out with Katie and Riz up there last Saturday. But Diggy has happened to be stopping in. So what's up? One of our longtime contributors to the show. I think everybody that does contribute over there. We're getting back into it. And you guys are going to have some. I'm going to try to be rolling out some of the exclusive content to different formats. I think we have an audio Patreon hook if you're on Spotify that you can listen to a version of the Patreon if I set this up right here in this next week. So we'll be testing out some of that for you guys and giving other ways that you guys can contribute to the show through other platforms too. Thank you to our friends at the Coffee Club level, Cynthia Klosky, at the Fan Show level, Michael Fedor, Matt Weller, John DeGore, and Dave Podner, spouse of Ruth Jewelry Affair at RuthJewelryAffair.com. Are we going to keep the same one for the new year? We want to update this?
For now, we'll keep the same one.
We'll keep the same one. I would say it's a new year, new plugs, right? I mean, is there anything special?
We want that corn so much.
So thank you guys for supporting us there at patreon.com/awesomecast. Please subscribe to the show. Please, you can subscribe to us over on YouTube. We're trying to get the numbers up there so we can do more things and everything like that. And please share the show as well. All right, we have some more news items in here.
Oh, we didn't do news. I don't have the news.
I was waiting for it.
News.
Oh,
there you go.
I don't have the
I
thing
just did
hooked
it.
up. I got that was the live performance of that whole situation.
What is it called, actually?
It's just called the news.
Is it the news
It's
or
the news? Yeah, it's not.
Do you remember how it sounds? Because I know
it's
I added.
news.
Oh, it's the news.
It's
so.
the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's under.
That's
it's
my
the news.
rendition.
Look,
of it.
I'm gonna do it at the end of the news. So.
Okay, we'll get it sorted here. Catching up news over the holiday. If some of you a lot of people got on Blue Sky over the last couple of weeks, I guess, and you notice that there's a new logo.
Blue Sky.
It's a butterfly.
What's wrong with that?
It just seems kind of out of nowhere for them.
What was it before?
Well, it was just clouds. The icon was just clouds.
Blue sky.
It was a blue sky. It was literally a blue sky. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nope.
Oh, look at that.
Let's do that.
Well, there we go.
Did I just take
AirPlay? Look at that.
Did I just take over that TV? Sorry about that.
You did.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh no.
Well, as long as this is.
But anyways, so here's here's the icon. And it looks a lot like the old Twitter one. So that's really it looks a lot like the old Twitter one. And cats. It's just like old Twitter. Fantastic. Thank you, Sheep the Moon, for your cat posts. I don't know. It's like people were getting invites. I'm just like, well, I could have given you a code, right? They give you like codes all the time for this kind of stuff. So, but anyways, have you guys been using it more, less? Are you on it? I think I've been tagging you from time to
I don't
time.
even know what it is.
It is a open federated platform from one of the guys that started Twitter.
Open federate. Like, what am I supposed to? How am I supposed to know what that is? Like, why are you talking?
I will
in
explain
jargon?
Tell you what, I will explain federated to you. Have we talked about Mastodon or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
a little
Mastodon.
bit.
It's another Mastodon, and supposedly eventually down the line it will talk to people on Mastodon.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So
Well,
that's
you're
the
not
idea.
kidding me. You just
Well,
said,
it was started before I think people caught on to Mastodon. So
Oh.
it's
Yeah.
kind of Sorry, Potter, you're about to say about this?
Well, honestly, I'm on it, and I don't go on it that much
Mm-hmm.
because it just everything got so splintered
Mm-hmm.
when Twitter started to go all to nothingness
Mm-hmm.
that it was like, okay, well, I now have Blue Sky and I have Threads, and I still have a few things on on Twitter, and I got some things on TikTok, and I don't have enough time in the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the.
Did you see my folder? Did you see my folder going on over here? Like it is. Nope, that's just my text messages. Well, yeah, no, I have like, but also like this is what I do, right? It's like when we do a wrestling show, it's like, hey, make a clip from the stream and literally go down the line of these 6 apps and post a video. Right? Like,
and there's no way to do it.
there's no easy way to do that.
There's no easy way, right.
easy way to do it. If this and that isn't compatible with all the new stuff, Hootsuite isn't compatible, and that's the maddening part of it. But also, you don't want to be left behind if you are a media something or other. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing. I will shout out a wrestling friend out there that works with AEW right now, RJ City, who's always been very media savvy, always been very viral video savvy. He's posting on Blue Sky, right? Like his stuff. I forgot what app I was on because damn it, they all look the same. They do all look the same. They are all doing the same thing, but parts of your community are here, and here, and you're trying to figure that out. But we're trying to do that so you don't have to out there. You listening to this do not necessarily have to do this. Pick a platform, pick 2 platforms, whatever the case may be, wherever the people that you are talking to. But I'm in the business of trying to find out where the people are. Right, so that's why I just posted videos to 6 different platforms today when I was doing Fiction Without Bait.
Do you use just one app to post to these other ones?
Nope. It is I have to tab, or if I'm mobile.
Didn't they used to have there were some?
But
they still.
But because there's new platforms, they have not. They're so new they have not opened up yet for those other platforms
for the APIs.
For the APIs, yes. Plus, those platforms have gotten very expensive. Like prohibitively expensive. Yeah. So if I had a nice number of clients that could support it,
what you don't think if then that has
it has the same problem. Basically, Threads has no API. Blue Sky has no accessible API yet. Mastodon
is almost there.
Is almost there. Yes. I think it's around the corner.
Yeah, Threads. What the crap? Why couldn't you just stick to Instagram, homie? God, they just keep
because they want to get in. They want to figure out the next thing before the bottom falls out of Facebook. So just like Google's scrambling before the bottom falls out of search, which it is.
Yeah, why they didn't? And then they getting rid of my podcast, making me have to go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
I like my
Google's always had a branding problem. That's always been my issue.
Buying
with them.
new ones and then changing and then buying another one.
Yep.
Man, I'm about to go to Bakery Square. I'm about to tell these
knock
people.
on the door. You're like, hey,
what are you doing?
Give me my podcast back.
Damn.
But anyways, so there. We'll see what Blue Sky has in store for the next couple of months here.
Well,
so.
and I'll add on something Dutter said years ago. Even if you don't do anything on an app, get your name on it.
Absolutely.
If you're, like I'm sure you have Sorgatron everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even if you don't use it, even if it dies, a slow, painful death, which
You're
we don't want to happen.
no, but
You know,
you're
but
connected.
you're connected, and if it does happen to take off, you're branded. You're on there.
Yep.
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 If you're one of the early people on there, like you
Mm-hmm.
you have that build up, you have that trust already built into the platform. You may appreciate, Dave, I blogged this week. Actually,
What?
I've been blogging a little bit here and there.
Nuh-uh.
Speaking of having the home, the old build your
Mhm.
home social media thing. So I've been trying to do some kind of look back blogs over there. And, you know, I got my old WordPressy thing, right, over at sorgatron.com, you know, and I kind of made it more portfolio-y, I guess. But there is a little blog hanging out there at the bottom there. And I did a little just kind of recap of like, hey, these are the companies we're working with this year, and kind of split that up. So the thing I did with this, and again, just kind of like bringing it back to the home base kind of thing, I took this, you know, obviously we talked about 4 promotions in here, and then I went to LinkedIn and Facebook, and I posted them independently. They're scheduled for the moment, but I have each of those sections with a link back to the blog.
Okay.
That's how you roll. That's how you bring people back. So, and also it's been really successful on Facebook because, you know, all the promotions are going to share what I said about them, and all the fans and all the wrestlers and everything like that. So, so if you can read that, my thoughts on that at sorgatron.com. It was less production-y. It was more like kind of about the promotions themselves and kind of the vibes and everything happening there. So, but anyways, let's see what else we got here.
It's the news.
We have to talk about Potter. I can't remember if you shared this or I did. I feel like I might have. NASA beamed a video of a cat named Taters from deep space to Earth in ultra high definition test video. It was transmitted 19 million miles away. It's the first time this has ever happened. And if you're with us on the video version, you got to check out the video. We're going to play a little bit of it here.
Hell yeah.
I kind of want a version of this video. It is it is a cat playing with a laser pointer with a bunch of test patterns rolling over it. I want this for the pre-show video of the AwesomeCast. So you were saying about rebooting the intro video. Like, this is what I want, and I love it's followed by an official damn NASA video.
Yeah.
thing.
The logo.
Oh my God! Thank you, NASA, for having a sense of humor here. That's so great. But no, this was a pretty. This was. Oh, go ahead. Heard you start.
But say yeah, and it like you said, it's a cute sense of humor thing, but that's one of the big problems with sending stuff into deep space is how long it takes and how low bandwidth they currently have. Especially if we want to go to the moon and Mars. The moon's close enough; it's no big deal. You go to Mars, even by rover. You know, it takes so long to get a command there and then so long to come back. If something immediate emergency happens, you can't deal with it from Earth.
Yeah.
What you have to do is either make AI smart enough on your rover or have a human being out there that can actually handle things without saying, oh, something happened. It'll take us 30 minutes to even respond to you and that's even after we have something that we want to say back.
As I've learned from For All Mankind, this is a very big issue, and bandwidth and bandwidth.
Oh yeah.
There's actually an entire side story about how they're limiting services, and like the lower workers on the lower decks aren't getting their messages from home and stuff like that, right? Yeah. So for a little bit of data nerd stuff here, it was sent back home by a flight laser transceiver aboard the Psyche at a rate of 267 megabytes per second, which sounds good. Well, actually, it's very good. It is very good. Yeah. But for the amount of data we're probably hoping to transmit here in the future, that needs to be a little bit higher. But damn it, that's a good start, right? I mean, how many people are going to be there the first time? You know, as long as everybody's watching Netflix from Mars. So the latency is the issue, right?
Latency is a huge issue. Yeah. Okay, I just looked up now. Admittedly, we're going way back in time, but Voyager has 48 seconds of high rate data, which is 2.8 kilobits per second.
Kilobits.
So yeah,
that's enough to send a command, right? Right, left, up, down.
Very simple command.
To and throw. Yeah.
Yeah, but also I think it's collecting data. You're trying to get the data back. That data has to be low resolution, not a lot of, you're going to get as much data as possible from these scientific missions. Like if you're flying to Jupiter, Saturn, it's going to take 4 or 5 years to get there. So you can't launch that quickly. It's going to take, we want to do something, we have funding. Great. 15 years later, we're going to be there.
Yep.
It's going to take that long to build it, to fund it, to test it, and to actually get it in orbit where you need to go.
Big question mark on
as much
Artemis
as possible
right now, for instance. So, but we'll see how that all rolls out. Well, I think we're at pumpkin time for Chilla here. So
it is pumpkin time for me. I'm just thinking you need to bump up the distance on those circuit mess things and get those going.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Get the kids to work. Let's get it going.
The Laura.
Yep, it's the news.
Does that load the cat
Satellite
video? Can we load the
dishes.
cat video on those things?
Yeah, right.
I saw it had emoji.
There you go. Those got to be like video FMV capable over there, right? Those LCDs look pretty nice. So awesome. So, anyways, I think I want to talk to you. Have you played many of the games on that thing? On those things yet?
Not really. I after we soldered, I was like kind of done. But I think that they had a couple of memes that you could send over the thing, but it's very limited right now because he was like, "Where's the emojis at?" We were looking for the emojis, but then I was like, "That's probably the block code that we have to like put in, do all this other stuff."
Go download it.
Yeah. Kind of like it leads them into like, "Hey, come over here. You want to do more, right?"
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Kid Mental, for joining us. Adding some sounds to the show. We're appreciating it.
Thank you.
Everybody, let us know if you like the new vibe that's going on here that he's bringing to the show here. And, of course, people can check you out where?
That is kidmental.com, KIDMENTAL. I'm pretty much everywhere. If it's not Kid Mental, it's Kid Mental Music.
There you go. And, of course, Chilla is at Chilla or Chilla579 places. You're reading something.
Places. not in spaces, but places.
No. What are you reading? You're looking at something.
I'm looking at the Scratch MIT link.
Yeah, well, he's doing research over there. Dave Ponner of the iPhoneography podcast.
Yep, pretty much ProfPod everywhere except for TikTok, where I'm ProfPod PGH.
There you go. We you know what? Let's just all get a link tree in 2024 and send people there or something like that. Just get, hey, I'm at daveponner.com for all my links. Or something. Hey, that's actually
good idea.
I mean, I'm Sorgatron, especially if you do have a variety. I'm Sorgatron everywhere, thankfully. Whatever.
Chilla's not always easy to get, even when you try to get in on the ground floor.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. So, which I understand that. Oh, that was a dramatic move. You can watch the dramatic camera movements, AI camera of Chilla. Watching the AwesomeCast every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. There you go. On all major platforms, YouTube, Sorgatron Media, Twitch, and of course, we have been sending stuff to the Instagram. It was a little wonky tonight. We had a blue screen. We may not even note it on, well, I guess audio. We did say it, but there was a blue screen of death in the middle of the show. So I think the one thing I was trying may not have worked out too well. So, anyways, thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you guys next time. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week and tune in for the Patreon, and we're going to see what other stories we kind of missed here. We'll see you guys next time. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.